2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The tallest building in the state of Indiana, the Chase Tower, rising high above our location today at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. The Pacers are never an easy out. Malcolm Brogdon says this team always exceeds the expectations. It takes after the Midwest city that fights for everything they have. We've got the building blocks to be elite and to win a championship ultimately. Kevin, you gotta like that kind of confidence.
And those kind of words, D.A., right from a guy that leads like he does. Terrific story. Thank you, David. And how about we check the numbers for Domantas Sabonis?
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately. Just by looking at that true shooting percentage, it's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. We've got Isaiah Stewart, Diallo out there with Bay. Then it's Cunningham, and it's Hayes in at the shooting guard position. And for Indiana, in the post, it's Sabonis and Turner. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Duarte in at the 2. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them, Clark, at 100%.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate, Kevin, but I give their coaches a lot of credit for plugging the holes effectively to this point. Here we go.
And it's the Pistons to start out. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Bay. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And Detroit has possession. The pass to Diallo. He's with it. Lets it go with a 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Here's LeVert, and there's the drive. Takes it off the glass.
LeVert, very confident. He's an amazing athlete and can put the ball on the floor and attack on the drive with the best of them.
Cunningham inside. Sabonis is there. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
What's the future? Your base mate.
For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to Milwaukee.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Shot good by Diallo.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
And you can see why Cunningham elicits comparisons to Luka Doncic. Can control the pace of the game, very high basketball IQ, and shows a maturity beyond his years.
Wasted no time on that one.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Bay. The teardrop falls in. And also like Doncic, Cunningham can put the offense on his back and carry it.
He can put up 50-plus numerous times in his career because he has deep range, can break down defenders off the dribble, and if you run two at him, he will immediately find the open man. And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Cunningham looking it over. And no good. Great D that time from LeVert. Here's Brogdon. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Brogdon doesn't mind getting bumped and bodied because he's able to handle that. Love how he fights off the defense.
The shot's good. Cunningham's got his second basket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. It's hauled in by Stewart. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And the dunk by Stewart.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Now here's Bay following the missed shot by Sabonis. Pass to Stewart. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Sinks the triple. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now Bay following Sabonis' three-point attempt. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
LeVert. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And now let's find out who the top shot blockers are as we check out the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, Miles Turner.
What an intimidator he is in the paint. I mean, he's shot to the top of that leaderboard, and nobody feels comfortable putting a shot up around him right now.
Down low.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, making them count in the early going here.
The shot no good by Duarte. Detroit leading by 9. Here's Diallo. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And the Pacers call time here. Hey, Clark, some guys check the standings every morning. Others try to avoid it. What was your approach?
Well, we were struggling as a team when I was playing, so the standings weren't that significant. Just trying to win games was my primary focus. But as I've watched players, I do know that the better the team is, typically the more guys are checking the standings to see what other teams of their ilk are doing in the league.
So for the Pistons, Trey Lyles checked in for Stewart. Josh Jackson comes in for Diallo. And it's Joseph in for Cunningham. Brogdon the pass to Craig. So for Bay, no good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pistons. They lead by 11. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
And the Pacers with possession here after the basket by Detroit.
You got to be aware of Brogdon here. He's sneaky with these throwdowns, but when he does it, it's with force.
59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Joseph the pass to Bay. Here's the floater. And it's laid up and in by Joseph.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And it's sent back by Turner.
But timing from Turner, I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Indiana foul. Torrey Craig. That's his first personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Detroit, Killian Hayes at the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Hayes. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pacers trail by 17. Brogdon kicks to Turner. And once again off the mark by Indiana. To the right side. Joseph looking around. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Pistons lead by 17. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, a 6'5" point guard, Malcolm Brogdon, is an elite shooter, but he understands the impact of sharing the ball.
The more everybody can touch the ball, be involved, and score the block, you know, they're going to play harder on defense. They're going to play both ends. So all around, we're going to be a better team.
Well, Greg, as you always say, the ball has energy. And that's essentially what he's describing.
As a role player, even if you're not getting a ton of shots, just being involved in helping create offense can make a difference.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Detroit.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play on the court for Indiana. They've got Torrey Craig, Jeremy Lamb out there with Martin, and it's Holiday in at the 1. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Here's Bay. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Bay's got 6.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout.
And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block. And you know, these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a much better perspective of on replay than real game speed.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles, Greg. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've got access to now. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but This uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same.
And you know a thing or two about being a floor general. It's no longer just a traditional guard role.
Not at all. Now there are point forwards, even point centers, and an offense doesn't have to run through the backcourt anymore. You look at guys like LeBron and Jokic, it's a different game.
Here's Joseph. Miles kicks to Bay. Tries yet again. Shot's good by Lyles.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Craig, good. Pistons leading by 21. Joseph, the pass to Jackson. With the shot. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Pass to Brissett. Jackson against Lamb. Martin for 3. Joseph with the rebound. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Only given up 2 points this quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. Malcolm Brogdon has become a Pacers stalwart. He said, I fit the identity of this team as an underdog that overperforms and proves people wrong. I've been asked to be the leader of this team. I lead with my voice and by example. I'll be fearless on the court so that my teammates can follow. Kevin?
I love what he's about, David. Thank you. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Bay. Diallo comes in for Jackson. Cunningham, he's checked in for Frank Jackson. Saban Lee's subbed in for Joseph. Cunningham kicks to Lyles. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Lamb leading the charge.
I really believe the more playing time Lamb gets, the better he'll become. He still has the potential, in my mind, to be a very solid player in this league.
No matter what happens over the course of Jeremy Lamb's pro career, Clark, he'll always be able to look back at his national championship at UConn back in 2011.
Yeah, those banners and trophies are not recallable. When you've been part of one, as he was with Connecticut, it's part of you for life. And he was a huge part of that team that won it in 2011. They weren't picked by too many people to take the crown, but Lamb hit his stride at the perfect time in that year's tournament.
Lamb drops them both. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Lee passes to Diallo. Back to Lee. To the paint. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Passes it to Diallo. To the middle. Here's Lyles. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in his many tries.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
2 minutes.
Lee outside. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Pacers trail by 17. there's the pass to Brissett. Now LeVert. From outside off the